Waiting on God to send my husband. This is a story about a young woman named Jasmine, a strong, independent African American woman in her late 20s. She has been praying and waiting for the right man to come into her life. She believed that God has someone special for her. But as time goes on, she began to feel discouraged. Her friends are getting married, starting families, and she wonders if God has forgotten about her. Jasmine sits alone in her cozy apartment, scrolling through social media. There she sees wedding photos, engagement announcement, baby showers. All of these things fills her feed. A deep sigh escapes her lips as she places her phone down. God, have you forgotten about me? She whispered, tears welling in her eyes. Her best friend Maya calls and invites her to another wedding. Jasmine put on a brave face, but inside she feels left behind. At the wedding, she watches the bride walks down the aisle, wishing that one day it would be her. Jasmine visits her grandmother. Jasmine visits her grandmother, who has always been her source of wisdom. Sitting on the front porch, Jasmine pours out her heart. Grandma, I'm trying to be patient, but it's hard. I'm happy for my friends, but I feel like I'm being left behind. Her grandmother smiles and places a comforting hand on Jasmine. Baby, God's timing is always perfect. You don't need to chase what He has already written for you. Trust and prepare your heart for when the time comes. Jasmine decided to focus on herself, her career, her faith, and her happiness. Waiting on one Sunday after church, she meets a kind and respectful man named David. He's new to town and quickly strikes up a conversation with her. They share laughs and stories, and for the first time in a long time, Jasmine feels a spark. Months pass, and David proves to be everything Jasmine had prayed for: God fearing, loving, supportive, and kind. Their blossom, their love blossomed, and one beautiful evening under the stars, David asked Jasmine to be his wife. As David
Their
got
love
down on his
blossomed,
knees
and one
and
beautiful
kneeled
evening under the stars,
before Jasmine,
David asked
he
Jasmine
spoke
to be
these
his wife.
words: I prayed
I
for a woman like
prayed
you,
for a woman like you,
Jasmine.
Jasmine. You
You
were worth the
was
wait.
worth the wait.
Tears of joy streamed
Tears
down
of
her
joy
face as she
streamed down her
says,
face as she
yes.
said, yes, yes,
Jasmine and
I'll be your
David
wife.
have a beautiful wedding.
Jasmine and David have a beautiful wedding, surrounded by family and friends. As she walks down the aisle in her white gown she realizes that God had not forgotten about her. He was preparing her for the man he had chosen just for her. They're in their evening, dancing at their wedding, laughter in the air, and a future full of love and faith ahead of them. Jasmine's story is a testament that God's timing is always perfect. Though waiting can be difficult, trusting in Him will always lead to the best outcome. The right person will come at the right time. And when they do, you'll understand why the wait was necessary. As Jasmine and David goes on to live their happily ever after life, they both are so grateful to God for His timing. Jasmine reflects on the many days, the many nights that she felt so discouraged. I want to encourage any woman that is out there that may be discouraged, just like Jasmine was, because you feel your husband is not coming soon enough. Remember this, Queen. It's all about timing. Don't get in too big a hurry and become vulnerable. Because when you become vulnerable, you'll settle. You overlook all the red flags. The red flags will be there and you won't even see them. You're so happy because you're like, oh, he has two things off my list out of seven. I'm tired of waiting. I'll settle. You haven't really seek God. God has warned you, no, He's not the one. And there's some of you out there that's just hanging on, and hanging on to that one man that's not willing to commit. He doesn't want to commit. He doesn't want a wife. He wants convenience. You convenient. You're doing everything a wife would do and more. He has no reason to commit. Stop, evaluate where your life is. Are you walking in your purpose? Are you busy about doing the things of God? Being busy doing the things of God and not focusing so hard on, I want a husband. I'm under this pressure. People put this biological clock on you. Oh, you're 25. You hadn't got married yet. You hadn't found the right guy. You hadn't met nobody. You single. Oh, you and him, y'all still dating. Y'all been dating 5 years. Y'all still dating. Put all this pressure on you, all this noise in your ears, and you end up settling for someone that God didn't choose for you. Single ladies, those of you that are in your season of waiting, wait on God. Wait on God. Allow God to send your husband.
Allow God to place you on your husband's mind so that he may find you. Don't settle. When you get busy doing the things of God and not let all the distractions get in your way, you'll look up and it'll be just like Jasmine. There was David right at church at the right time, and they began to conversate. Don't get in a hurry. Single ladies, love yourself, pamper yourself, be happy with yourself. Make sure that you are whole. Don't wait to get a husband to make you whole. He will complete you, he will make you happy. If you're not happy within yourself, only thing you're going to do is take it into your marriage. If you haven't gotten over past hurt, past relationships, childhood relationship, or when I was growing up, I had abusive parents. Or when I was growing up, I was molested. Or came out of a relationship where I was mentally abused. You haven't gotten over those things. Guess what you're going to do, Queen? You're going to take it into that marriage because you want that husband to fix all of that. No, you're just going to put strain on that marriage because every time he does one little thing similar to whatever has happened to you, they're going to set you off. He's going to set you off. So make sure that you're whole so that when God blesses you with your husband and you have your husband and y'all supposed to be living a good life, you won't end up bleeding on him. You will bleed on that man and he wasn't even the one who cut you if you don't get over that. You end up bleeding on that man and he wasn't the father that abused you. You end up bleeding on that man and he wasn't the ex-husband that wasn't a good provider, always put you down, that cheated on you, that made you feel less than a woman. You end up bleeding on him. It's okay to get help. It's okay to seek counseling. It's okay. Make sure you're whole. You're trying to cover up all of these hurt and pain with a bandage, and you think that marriage is going to be the answer. And then I want to say to those women that are single and you don't know if you want to be married or you want to be single. I want to say that it's okay if you don't get married. It's okay if you don't want to be married. It's okay if you're enjoying your single life. Don't let no one pressure you. Don't let nobody put that pressure on you that you need to be married. Make sure that is your desire. Marriage is not for everybody, and definitely not for the faint, not for the one that gonna give up quick. Because if you thinking that when you go into marriage, it's gonna be a bed of roses every day, you're wrong. And if you're listening to that woman that's saying, "Oh, my husband, I will have a perfect marriage," oh, it's perfect. Their marriage is not perfect. They're lying. They're not even perfect people. How they having a perfect marriage? Their marriage is not perfect. What those I have learned that those women that say they have perfect marriage, they have just gotten immune to the way things are and they think it's normal. Because what happened is they not fussing and fighting and throwing pots and pans at each other. So they figured they got a happy marriage. But they living like roommates. One don't know what the other one doing. He got his money, she got her money. Don't he don't know what she buying. She don't know what he buying. She got five bank accounts over here where he don't know nothing about it. He got seven over there. And y'all think I might be joking when I say this. I worked for the federal court 30 years, the bankruptcy court, where people file bankruptcy. You will be so shocked as to people that are about to lose their house and the other spouse doesn't even know what. They're about to lose the house. Don't even know he hadn't even been paying the mortgage. Guess why? Because you so busy spending your money, he ain't asking you for nothing. So you don't know what's going on. You don't know what he make. You don't know what he paying. You just assume. You don't know. You got your money stashed over here. You hiding your money over there. That is not a perfect marriage. But you ask them, oh, it's perfect. Oh, we paying our bills. We doing this. We doing that. We traveling. Don't even know what the other person is doing. Your husband got credit cards you don't even know about. Credit cards up to the max. Don't even know about it till you find out he done tried to file bankruptcy without you. Then the creditors start notifying you, and you like, what? I thought our bills were paid. Those are the people that will say they have a perfect marriage. So don't let people trick you. Don't look at the outside. Don't look at social media. That's what Jasmine was doing, scrolling through her phone, scrolling through her phone, seeing who got married, seeing who had baby shower, all these different things. And she started feeling discouraged. She started feeling discouraged. She felt that God had forgotten all about her. She just felt like maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's not my time. But her grandmother, a woman of wisdom, told her, baby, God's timing is always perfect. She said, you don't need to chase what he has already written for you. How many know that God has already written our future? He know our future. He know who our husband is. He already know if we're gonna have a husband, if we're not gonna have a husband. She said, trust and prepare your heart for when the time comes. So single ladies, be encouraged. Thank God if you truly desire a husband. Thank God for your husband every day. Ask God to show you what you need to do to prepare for being that wife. And then I just want to encourage someone who's listening. You don't want a husband. You don't want to be married. You've been married. You fine with your life. You haven't been married. You content with your life. But you might be going through something that you're believing God for, and you've been believing God for this for a while, as Jasmine did, and you have begun to feel discouraged, feeling like God has forgotten all about you. I once was in that situation. My husband and I, we wanted children. Every time I got pregnant, I would have a miscarriage. Get pregnant, have a miscarriage. Every time I get a little further along, I was going to baby showers after baby showers, going to the hospital, seeing newborn babies, and feeling like God had forgotten all about us. Feeling like God had forgotten all about us. Imagine having 5 miscarriages. 5 miscarriages. Can you imagine what that does to a person? Can you imagine being discouraged? But one day, God blessed my husband and I with our son. 4 years after that, He blessed us with our daughter. He blessed us with Brian. Brian means great strength. Having Brian gave me the strength and the faith I needed, encouragement that we got pregnant and had the miracle, which means the miracle. My children are now grown. I have grandchildren. But I say all that to say that God timing is everything. Queens, be encouraged. Be encouraged today, no matter what you're waiting on for God, whatever it is. It could be a job, it could be salvation for your children, salvation for your husband. It could be that new house, it could be that starting that business, it could be a baby, it could be a husband. Whatever you believe in God for, be encouraged with Jasmine's story. Ladies, go and have a great day. And as I always say, try to leave a person better than you found them. If you made it this far in this video, I want to tell you thank you, thank you, thank you. Drop me a comment and let me know that you found value in this. If you don't feel like dropping a comment, just throw me a heart. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Have a great rest of your day.